Imagine you're sitting in a meeting, or perhaps at dinner with a partner. You feel a sudden, sharp knot in your stomach. You haven't been insulted. No one raised their voice. In fact, they were smiling. But you feel smaller. You feel like your reality is slightly out of focus. You've been targeted, not by a cartoon villain, but by a master of the invisible. Most people think dark psychology is about mind control or cult leaders. It's not. It's about the subtle exploitation of your childhood wounds, your hidden fears, and your deepest need to be a good person. It's the coworker who uses your empathy as a leash. It's the partner who makes you apologize for things they did. The reality is cynical. In a world of digital noise and hyper-competition, your attention and your guilt are the most valuable currencies. And people are stealing them every day. Today, we are moving beyond the basics. We are reclaiming your psychological sovereignty. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and self-protection purposes only. Understanding these tactics is like learning martial arts. You learn how to strike so that you never have to. Using these techniques to harm others is a fast track to a hollow life. Use this knowledge to build a shield, not a sword. The reality of the glitch. We like to think we are rational. We're not. We are walking bundles of 200,000-year-old survival instincts trying to navigate a world of gaslighting 2.0 and digital moral shaming. According to a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, nearly 80% of people report being subjected to some form of emotional manipulation in their close relationships. This isn't rare. It's the background noise of modern life. Let's dive into the first, and most dangerous, glitch in your armor. 1. Gaslighting 2.0, the compassion trap. Traditional gaslighting is easy to spot. I never said that. You're crazy. Gaslighting 2.0 is much more sinister. It uses your virtues against you. The manipulator doesn't tell you you're crazy, they tell you you're insensitive or lacking growth. Imagine you confront a friend about a lie. Instead of denying the lie, they say, "I'm really disappointed that you're in such a negative headspace that you'd look for flaws in our friendship. I thought we were beyond this." Now, you're the one defending your character. The original lie is forgotten. They have successfully moved the goalposts from their actions to your intentions. Imagine your reality is a map. A manipulator doesn't burn the map, they subtly smudge the ink on the landmarks until you can't tell north from south. How to stop it? Stop defending your intentions. Use the broken record technique. Tell yourself, my headspace isn't the issue. The issue is the lie. Let's go back to that. Don't take the bait. If they attack your character, let them. A person who truly cares about you will address the facts before they address your vibe. 2. Moral shaming, the virtue leash. Now, you might be thinking, I'm a strong person. I know my values. That is exactly what they want. Moral shaming is a tactic often used in modern workplaces and social circles. It exploits the social proof glitch. We are pack animals. Historically, being unvirtuous meant being cast out. A manipulator will frame a request, often an unreasonable one, as a test of your morality. If you really cared about the team's success, you wouldn't mind staying until 9 p.m. on a Friday. But I guess some people prioritize their own comfort over our mission, they would say. They aren't asking for help. They are holding your identity as a team player hostage. Real-world example, in the digital age, this looks like performative outrage. People demand you take a side or use a specific phrase, not because they care about the cause, but to see if you will bow to the social pressure. How to stop it? The decoupling move. Separate your value as a human from the specific task. Say, I care deeply about the mission, and because I care, I need to be rested to perform on Monday. I won't be staying late tonight. Own the negative label. If they call you selfish, say, if protecting my health is selfish, then I'm okay with that label. 3. The Benjamin Franklin effect, the false debt. This is a classic piece of dark psychology that feels like a favor. A manipulator will ask you for a small, insignificant favor. Maybe to borrow a pen, or to help them move a small box. Why? Because of cognitive dissonance. Our brains have a rule: I only do favors for people I like. By doing a favor for them, your brain subconsciously convinces itself that you must like them and trust them. Once that tiny door is open, they walk in with the big request. They have created a false debt in your mind. You feel a biological urge to be consistent with your previous kindness. As the great Roman philosopher Seneca once said, "He who has done a kindness should keep it to himself, but he who has received one should never forget it." The manipulator flips this: they make sure you never forget a favor they never actually did for you. How to stop it? Perform a motivator audit. Before saying yes to a small favor from someone you don't fully trust, ask, is this a genuine need, or are they trying to build a bridge into my boundaries? If you feel the pull of consistency, remind yourself, doing a favor today does not obligate me to do one tomorrow. 4. Forced synchrony, mirroring the wound. We love people who are like us. This is the mirroring tactic, but the dark version goes deeper than just body language. They mirror your trauma. In the first few hours of meeting someone, they will vulnerability dump. They tell you about their childhood wounds, their toxic ex, or the deepest fears. Why? To trigger your reciprocity glitch. You feel an intense pressure to share your own wounds to match their level of honesty. Once you share your fears, they have the source code to your buttons. They know exactly which wire to pull later to make you feel guilty or afraid. They are a fisherman casting a line of honesty just to see what secrets they can hook from your depths. How to stop it? The 72-hour vault. Never share a deep personal trauma with someone you've known for less than 3 days of total interaction time. If they dump on you, be empathetic but guarded. Say, that sounds incredibly difficult. I'm not quite ready to dive into my own past yet, but I appreciate you sharing yours. 5. The word salad, strategic confusion. Have you ever been in an argument where, after 10 minutes, you realize you're talking about something completely different, and somehow, you're the one apologizing? This is the word salad. It's a technique used to overwhelm your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain. The manipulator uses circular logic, brings up irrelevant past mistakes, and uses pseudo-intellectual language to create a fog of confusion. When your brain gets tired of trying to make sense of the nonsense, you give in just to make it stop. This is ego depletion in action. Research from the University of British Columbia suggests that when people are cognitively overloaded, they are 50% more likely to agree to suggestions they would otherwise reject. How to stop it? The anchor technique. Pick one sentence that represents the truth. No matter what they say, return to that sentence. Example: if the issue is that they missed a deadline, and they start talking about your tone or the energy of the office, you say, "We can talk about my tone later. Why was the deadline missed?" Do not leave the anchor until the question is answered. The path to psychological sovereignty. You might be feeling a bit overwhelmed. You might be looking back at past relationships and seeing these patterns for the first time. That's good. That's the glitch being fixed. The goal of dark psychology isn't to make you a hermit. It's to make you discerning. Most people aren't evil, they're just using the tools they learned in their own survival. But that doesn't mean you have to be their victim. Real wealth, and real power, is the ability to walk into any room and know that your mind belongs to you. You are not a rational actor by default, you have to work for it. You have to audit your circle. You have to watch the invisible scripts that tell you to be nice at the expense of being honest. Your actionable step for today. Identify one person in your life who makes you feel blurred. For the next 24 hours, practice selective silence. Don't explain yourself. Don't defend your intentions. Just observe. Watch how they react when they can't get a grip on your emotions. That reaction will tell you everything you need to know about their intent. You have the tools. You have the map. Now, go protect your peace. If this video helped you see a pattern you've been struggling with, do me a favor, drop a comment below. Which of these 5 signs hit home for you? I read every single one of them. Master your mind, or someone else will. I'll see you in the next one.